What's good, everybody? And we back with another reaction. We're still on that Halloween tip, and for this reaction, I wanted to do something a little different. I thought let's do some movie trailers for upcoming movies. That's for scary movies or horror movies, and just see what's up next. What's in store for us next year, or still to come this year. We're finishing out the rest of 2023, but 2024 as well. So without further ado. Let's get it.
There are countless horror films, but real highlights are rare. In this original, we present you all the new films that you should keep an eye out for. What we can already reveal is that the spectrum of different films is very broad. From horror comedies to classic slashers to hard-hitting science fiction, there's plenty on offer in the upcoming month.
That's what we're looking for. I want to, like I said, I just want to see all the new that's supposed to be like scary, horror, thriller, slashers. What's all coming up? What's new? And I think this is going to be a very well put together video by Check, if I'm saying that correctly.
At the end of October, the iconic game Five Nights at Freddy's will finally make its highly anticipated debut on the big screen. The film tells the story of Mike Schmidt, who was hired as a night guard at a rundown diner, but soon after starting his job, he must fear for his life as he learns that the animatronic dolls are possessed by the souls of dead children. According to the producers, they wanted to stay as close as possible to the video game and wanted the film adaptation to do it justice. This promise has already been confirmed by the first trailers, which are bursting with details and illusions. The fans were consistently enthusiastic, and so we can assume that the film would become a huge success. In the US, the film received a PG rating, which means that also the younger fans can look forward to watch the...
How? That's a PG rating? Yeah, it must not have been no blood or nothing like that. It might just be jump scares, all jump scares. Jumping out from behind something. Because how did you, how did they get a PG rating? But I get it, it's a game, and you want to include as many people as you can. And, wow, I remember my coworker. I think he had told his son he probably wasn't going to take him to see it because of the rating. But I have to talk to him and let him know, like, hey, man, it's that Freddy's, Five Nights at Freddy's was only a PG, so it ain't even PG-13. It's PG. Like, we on Disney mode in here.
The movie soon. From October 27, 2023 on, we can finally hit the theaters to find out for ourselves whether the film really lives up to its original.
See this one.
The slasher film Thanksgiving should make sure that the upcoming Thanksgiving will be remembered in a special way. The Eli Roth-directed film first attracted attention in the form of a false trailer in Quentin Tarantino and Robert Rodriguez's double feature Grindhouse, and convinced fans with a style that orientated heavily on the 80s at the same time. 16 years later, the trailer has now been turned into a feature film, which is also supposed to be the start of a new franchise in the style of Halloween. The fact that Roth has taken John Carpenter's 1978 classic film as his model should also be noticeable in the storyline of the movie. It tells the tale of a small town.
I like that. Okay. I don't know how successful it would actually be, or how corny it would be, because Halloween, it was obvious. It was just like costumes, ghouls, goblins, monsters, like scary stuff. And of course you got this guy, trying to kill you, and this mechanic suit and a white mask, but yeah, it's looking like they want to do something as far as Halloween. They want to do the Thanksgiving. That'd be interesting. Yeah, I might check this one out too. I don't know if I'll go to the movies to see it, but might check that one out.
Town that is terrorized by a masked killer once every year at Thanksgiving, in the style of Michael Myers. Whether Thanksgiving will match the quality of its role model, we can check for ourselves on November 17th, 2023. The first trailer already promises a bloody pleasure. With A Quiet Place Day 1, the first prequel from the A Quiet Place universe awaits us next year, which will present us with the prehistory of the first two films. It will focus on the invasion of the aliens, who are equipped with a particularly distinctive sense of hearing. The film was shot in London, among other locations, which suggests that a much more international setting could be the focus of the action. This time, the director will not be John Krasinski, but Michael Sarnowski. He was already able to convince with the acclaimed drama Pig, starring Nicolas Cage. We are also presented with a completely new cast. This time, the leading role will be played by Academy Award winner Lupita Nyong'o. She'll be joined by Jimon Hounsou, Joseph Quinn, and Hereditary star Alex Wolff. Whether the family around Emily Blunt's character
What? All right, let's go. That's why it's a whole nother director, because they wrote it. They wrote something else. This is basically Fear the Walking Dead. We had Walking Dead. We had something to go along with. You know, we had material, and then it was just so good, we couldn't let it go, and now we spinning stuff off. So this is possibly a spinoff, and said it looked like it's supposed to be, I guess, before everything happens. And but that's what's up. I like Lupita. I like that. I like that cast. That's going to be drama filled. That's going to be some good acting there.
Evelyn will also make an appearance remains to be seen. However, Blunt gave a hint in an interview with Deadline that the prequel will build some bridges to the other films. Of course, that could also mean a return or at least a small appearance of her character. We are curious and look forward to the theatrical release on March 8th, 2024. 6 years have passed since the last appearance of the alien in Alien Covenant, and although the film was directed by Grandmaster Ridley Scott, it fell short of many fans' expectations. Even if the franchise continues to enjoy great popularity, it went awfully quiet after the release of the last film. But that's over now. We can finally expect a new spin-off next year. According to initial information, it will stand on its own feet and have no relation to the previous films whatsoever. The cast of Alien Romulus is getting a lot younger when compared to the old films. The lead role will be played by Kaylee Spaney, a 24-year-old American who had her first big role in Pacific Rim Uprising and was last seen in the TV series The First Lady. Also joining the cast is David Johnson, who some of you may know from the rom-com Rye Lane. Meanwhile, the cast member Archie Renault became known with his role in the Netflix series Shadow and Bone just last year. The choice of director should make horror fans sit up and take notice, because Fede Alvarez will be responsible for the project. On the one hand, he proved with his thriller Don't Breathe that he can create a lot of suspense with few means. On the other hand, he also convinced the audience and critics with his ultra-brutal remake of Evil Dead, which is, in terms of terror, in no way inferior to the original film. We are confident that Alvarez will have a positive effect on the quality of the newest Alien adventure. Alien Romulus will be released in cinemas on August 16th, 2024. Batman meets...
Okay, I might have to check that out too. Like I said, I never got a chance to get into the original Alien series, so this being a spinoff, and they're saying that it's going to be standing on its own and have no relation to the original Aliens, then I think I could get into this one, especially if it's going to start to be a thing, you know. Yeah. And I might just go back to the Aliens, you know what I'm saying, depending on how good quality that movie gonna be, because sometimes you go back to stuff and it be so bad, but wow.
Wednesday, after more than 35 years, Michael Keaton returns as Beetlejuice. Regarding the story of Beetlejuice 2, it is already known that the poltergeist and Lydia will meet again. Her daughter is also expected to play a significant role in the plot. Along with Michael Keaton and Winona Ryder, the currently biggest name in the cast of Beetlejuice 2 is certainly Jenna Ortega. The 20-year-old actress is no newcomer to the horror genre, as she has already been involved in some of the Scream series, Insidious Chapter 2, or T. West's X. Also cast are big stars such as Willem Dafoe and Justin Theroux. By the way, Beetlejuice seems to have gotten over Lydia in the meantime, as none other than Monica Bellucci will play the wife of the crazy tease. Nothing is known about the involvement of the other two main actors from Part 1, namely Alec Baldwin and Gina Davis. As an addition, Johnny Depp is expected to appear in a small role. The team behind Beetlejuice 2 sounds more than promising. Tim Burton will once again be responsible for directing, and will transform a script by Alfred Goff and Miles Miller into the film. The two authors have already written Wednesday for Netflix. Danny Elfman, a longtime friend of Tim Burton who has composed the music for several of his films, will once again provide the music. The eagerly awaited return of the well-known Poltergeist is scheduled for September 6th, 2024.
That's gonna be dope. Yeah, I can't wait for that one. That's gonna be dope. That's all the way in September too. It's gonna be around Halloween time. Dang. But yeah, Beetlejuice. Now that's one I could watch. Now I did just say, you know, some movies you go back and just look horrible, but some movies just classic. You already know what it's gonna look like. You already know what it's gonna sound like. You already know the quality of it. But it's just like all of that surpasses when you like really mess with the movie. But Beetlejuice is a really good movie. Like definitely in my childhood that I played back. It's just it was interesting. It was well written. It was like dark but funny. You know, So just to see it updated, that's going to be one of those things. Just like to see Candyman updated. What else did they bring back? Well, before I get lost into it, but you know, when they bring back something that's so just older and then they revamp it, and it's like it's so cool to like see it, you know, in real time.
Director Robert Eggers will ensure that an absolute horror icon will rise from his tomb next year.
Like this, I've never seen the original Nosferatu, but them redoing this, that's gonna be interesting. That was another one, like them redoing it and revamping it after so long, and now we got a whole new technology and acting styles, and you're like, yeah, it's like we could really bring that vision out. So this might be interesting to watch as well.
A new film version of Nosferatu is imminent. Count Orlok, who was portrayed by Max Schreck and based on Bram Stoker's Dracula, made his screen debut in 1922 in F.W. Murnau's silent classic. Several films starring that character have been produced over the last decades, one even including Klaus Kinski as the main character. Now, Robert Eggers will present us his version. The director is considered one of the great horror talents, and can especially score in terms of atmosphere. Films like The Witch, The Lighthouse, and The Northman totally speak for themselves. Eggers already able to win an impressive cast for his new project. It star Bill Skarsgård will take on the leading role of Count Orlok, and Lily Rose Depp, Nicholas Hoult, Aaron Taylor Johnson, and Willem Dafoe will also appear on screen. This will be Dafoe's third time working with the director. Eggers' flair for great images and an oppressive atmosphere should also make Nosferatu an eerie experience. An exact cinematic release date has not been announced yet, but we'll keep you posted in any case. Director T. West's celebrated X trilogy will come to an end next year. With his stylish retro slasher X, the director returned after a 10-year break and took the hearts of many horror fans by storm. 6 months later, the prequel followed with Pearl. The two films were not only popular among critics, but also quite profitable due to their relatively small production budget. As a result, West announced that a third installment, Maxine, would follow in 2024, bringing the series to a conclusion. The sequel follows the main character Maxine, played by Mia Goth, who tries to gain a foothold as an actress in Los Angeles in the 1980s after the events of X. In addition to Mia Goth, a number of well-known actresses and actors will be involved in the project. Lily Collins, Elizabeth Debicki, Kevin Bacon, Giancarlo Esposito, and Michelle Monaghan have already been confirmed. In addition to T. West, the successful studio A24 will again be responsible for the production. A24 has already proven a flair for unusual horror materials, with Hereditary, The Witch, and Midsommar. Based on the first two parts, we can firmly assume that Maxine will also provide plenty of bloody fun. Unfortunately, an exact theatrical release date is not known yet. These were some of the horror films that we are particularly excited about. Of course, there are other big names in the queue. Sequels like Megan 2, Smile 2, or The Exorcist Deceiver are also on our watch list. Which title are you looking forward to the most? Let us know in the comments.
I'm not looking forward to no Megan 2. What else he said? What else he said? Oh, Smile 2. No. Pretty much this list was pretty much what it is. Like, I want to check out the Five Nights at Freddy. Thanksgiving, I would check out. Quiet Place, this I would check out. Alien, yep, I would check that out. Beetlejuice is a definite. I would actually check out this Nosferatu because the fact that they got Bill Skarsgård playing it, that's like, you know what I'm saying? I'm pretty sure that's because it's working it. And yeah, I think that would be probably dope to see as well. And Maxine, I'm probably gonna miss that just because it's an A24 production, and I cannot seem to catch any of those. And the one that I only really knew about was Hereditary, and I still haven't been able to watch it. So I don't know. We'll see. But okay, cool. That was the best upcoming horror movies for 2023, 2024. Yeah, if you like the content such as this, just hit me in the comments to let me know if you want to see more things like this. And just hit that subscribe button, the like button, and that bell for more notifications. And peace.